Okay, is it recording? Yes, it's recording. Welcome to our coach sneak peek. My name is Melissa, for anybody who doesn't know me, and we're really excited to talk to you guys tonight about what it is we do as coaches, how we came to be coaches, and let me mute Cheryl. There we go. Um, and yeah, how we do what we do, why we do what we do, and why we love it so much. So I am going to send it off to Marjorie really quick, and she's going to talk to us about what coaches do.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so see, I've been a coach for a little over a year, and initially my thought was, okay, what the heck does this mean? And I was very unfamiliar with Beachbody and the products and all of the programs. I'd never heard of it before, basically. And for me, it was off-putting to hear the term Beachbody because I thought, I don't have a beach body, so how the heck am I supposed to coach? Melissa quickly told me that that's not the case at all. I was coming out of my second pregnancy. I was not taking care of myself. I neglected myself pretty much for years, and I had a ton of weight to lose. And for those reasons, I definitely thought there's no way that I can do this. Who is going to want to watch me? Little old, overweight, just had kids, me. And the reality was, once I started posting things online about what I was doing, is the answer quickly became a lot of people. And I have found that through this, being relatable means a lot more than being that perfectly physically fit beach body. So that was always really interesting to me. So I guess that's the number one point, is when you're thinking about being a coach, don't get discouraged because you're not as fit as you think you should be, or you don't have all the right answers as to what you should be doing for yourself. It's kind of a learning thing, I guess. That's one thing to remember. The other thing with coaching that I found, and a lot of people find, is that it helps you hold yourself accountable. I like to work out. I like to post about working out, how I'm eating, how I'm taking care of myself. And it's amazing the people that come out of the woodwork and say, oh yeah, I want to do that too. And the more they do that, the more it makes me want to continue doing what I'm doing. And that really holds me accountable, which is definitely a good thing for me. Even on my worst days when I have no energy and I don't want to do anything, I get one little message and I'm like, oh, I got to go do that workout. So it really does help. The other thing I thought I was going to really not like is the fact that you are generating an income in a lot of ways based on sales. And to me, the used car salesman, icky, like, ooh, give me your money, I'm going to sell you something. Really, I didn't want to talk to people about that. But then I kind of figured out with my coach's help that really it's not so much about that. It's about your desire to help other people, build relationships with them, find out what they want, what their goals are for their families, for them, and basically try and fit them into programs that is going to work for them from wherever their starting point is to whatever their goal is. And that has been really fun and interesting to learn all the programs and get to know people based off of what they want to do and their goals they want to accomplish. Because a lot of people have very different ideas of where they want to go from the point they're at. Let's see. I think the only other thing I was going to touch on is I'm starting to do a little bit of this, and it's kind of exciting, which is to sponsor other coaches. I have my husband under me, and then I have another coach that I've signed up that's very interested in also coaching. So it's fascinating to watch. Beachbody has just such a big, great community already. And so when you are a coach and start to fill people in underneath you, it's like you're building your own little happy community of people that all basically want the same thing. And to be able to cultivate those relationships and watch them progress and be able to help other people makes my heart happy. It actually the other day made it happier thinking one of my coaches was going to be signing somebody on than if I actually did it myself. It was just a little happy dance. So yeah, it's very much about community and inspiring people. And I don't know, I probably used up all my time. So that's my gist. Go ahead, Melissa.
Awesome. So I was going to give you guys a little bit of a blurb about me in the beginning, but I got super distracted with my son going up to bed. So I'm going to do it now, in case you couldn't tell. So, and that's really like kind of the magic about what we do is we do this job when it works around our schedules. Many people work full time. We work in pockets of our time throughout our days, in the mornings, on our lunch breaks, in the evening sometimes, whenever it works for us. So oftentimes we do have kid interruptions or household interruptions because that's what we do and it's okay. So anyways, I started coaching about 4 years ago. I was a runner and I really struggled with nutrition and strength training. I loved running and I still love running, but that's all I wanted to do. All of my free time I wanted to spend running, and didn't really understand how important it is to move your muscles and your body in other ways besides that one activity. So after much hesitation and after gaining 20 pounds training for my first marathon, I thought, okay, I have to try this strength training. So I started 21 Day Fix with the nutrition as well, and saw amazing changes in my body, improvements in my running, and just got really strong. And I really loved how it felt. And I woke up, at that point, I slept as long as I possibly could in the morning. So I just got used to waking up a half an hour earlier in my day to get in my workout and then continue my day. And I didn't really, although I signed up as a coach immediately, I didn't have any interest, like Marjorie said, in selling to people. I was really scared about people feeling like I was just trying to get them to buy something. And what I found through this process is that it's so much more about just sharing what works for us. We have a solution that a lot of people are looking for, and we can't keep it in because we know it works and we know it's something that they can use and use over their whole lives to reach their goals and keep their results. So it's a process that I've fallen in love with, the community, helping people. And like Marjorie said, like helping people not just get health and fitness results and nutrition results, but also help them to create a business for themselves and gain confidence. And I just love it. So that's a little blurb about me and kind of my story. And now Heather is going to talk to us about her story.
Hi, guys. So I've been a coach for a little over 2 years, I think. And my Beachbody experience kind of started well before I was a coach. I started my first program, which was Brazil Butt Lift, which I don't advertise to a lot of people, back in 2012, I think. And I used Shakeology, and I didn't have a coach. I didn't have a team that I interacted with. I didn't have anything. It was just me at home. Kind of half committed to it, doing it when I felt like it. I'd do it for a couple days, be on board for like a week, and then I'd fall off and be off for a couple weeks, and back and forth like that for a couple years, I'd say. I got married in 2014, and I wasn't one of those people that worked out hardcore for the wedding or anything like that. It was off and on. I actually had a couple coaches, and I switched around because they weren't really people that I knew. I think I had my first coach in 2015 or 2016, but they weren't people that I really connected with. They weren't people that really talked to me. It was just kind of somebody I knew who I was like, well, I already use the program, so sure, I'd love the community aspect of it. but I wasn't really connecting with them. And then I knew Melissa through the running community, and that's when something kind of clicked. I found that community aspect that I was looking for, and like Marjorie and Melissa have touched on, it made a huge difference. I held myself accountable because I saw they were doing things every day, and they were, drinking their shakes or doing their workout. And so on days that I didn't feel like doing something, and I would have been more apt to just, blow it off and go sit on the couch, I'd actually go and do my workout. I had a baby in 2018, and that kind of kicked me back again into committing to, losing the baby weight and getting back to being able to run and kind of do all those things that I kind of had put on the back burner for a while. So that's where my journey is now, is kind of cycling back into it again. And that community aspect, that social aspect, is kind of more important than the whole sales aspect of things. Showing your friends and others what you do, what burns in your heart, doing your workout. I've had so many people just ask, like, hey, what are you doing? You look great, or you have a new energy, or and being a coach, you can share that and invite them in to the community. I signed up as a coach just for the discount. Who doesn't like a discount? But maybe 6 months in or so, I decided, what, I can actually, talk to others about this. I was already kind of doing that anyway without getting any feedback from it. So why not? You're really just inviting your friends in to participate in something that's so great, that's working for you. You're not really pushing a sales thing. You're being yourself. You aren't, you're kind of promoting Beachbody, but you're promoting yourself as, what you do. You're not going out there and blasting, I am Beachbody everywhere, all over the place. You're promoting what you do and how you feel using these things, and how you want to help others to be able to feel that same way that you do. And I think that community aspect has been so much more important to me in sticking through, everything, and not just willy-nilly doing it here and there. That's what I've taken a lot from being a coach.
That's awesome. Okay, so Carice, you're up. You're going to tell your story too.
I have a very short story since I'm such a newbie, but let's see, my story. A little preemptive thing. I've always worked out. Main time I started was high school and college because of sports. And then I used it as stress release. I've just always loved any job I've been at. I could go home, I could work out, I could go to the gym and work out, and I just feel so much better. So I've always used it for that. So I've always done gyms or home workouts. Depends on where I was in my life at that time, what I was doing, but it's always been part of my life. And it was never, I was lucky. I was like the same size my entire life. I never had to really do anything too crazy to stay the weight I was, which was nice, until about 2 years ago, I got the symptoms of premenopause, and I started gaining weight in places I'd never gained weight. Nothing worked, the same workouts, the same amount of workouts, what I ate, nothing wanted to work anymore, and I kept gaining weight that I had never had and did not want. So I was going to the gym. I was paying over $200 a month for the gym and for trainers. And I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with any of it. So I had always done the DVDs of Insanity and all the other ones over the years, P90X and such. So when I got onto streaming, and then I got hooked up with Melissa early last year, I guess. And all of that was going on, and I was really at a down point in my life with the whole weight thing and how bad I felt about myself. And I started talking to her, and I started thinking about doing a full workout plan for like the whole 60 days. And then she talked to me about Ultimate Portion Fix, which was my nutrition I needed to change because I was just eating whatever and didn't really know how to fix anything. So I did Ultimate Portion Fix and Lift 4 last summer and signed up as a coach for the discount, of course, at the time. And over the summer, I dropped 17 pounds. I had had belly weight I'd never had in my life, and I lost that. And I felt really great again in hardly any time at all. And I didn't push it insanely. I mean, I did the 60 days hard, but it took 3 to 4 months to drop the 17, and I was happy with that because I was good and toned. So then I started thinking, my daughter's going to college next year. Well, this year now, sorry, it's January. I was thinking she's going to college. I'm going to be by myself. I'm going to need things to do. I've always worked out, and I like what we're doing here with everything working so well, and I'm happy with it. So I thought, well, I want to take the next step and see if I can't make this more of a, hobby coach at first because I work full time, but maybe grow it into something more for when my daughter goes away and I need more interaction with people and I want to get more involved and I want to make some extra money to do things. And so that's where I'm at. I'm pushing this year to really start doing more than just coaching for the discount and do more of the product and do everything to see how I like it and what I can help my friends do. So that's why I'm here.
Yay. So the cool thing is that there's a lot of cool things about Beachbody, but one really cool thing is the compensation plan. And I'm not going to go into it because it's really a little bit complicated, but they're very generous with their compensation. And they also, what one of the programs that they do for coaches is that they give us free leads based on what we produce in a certain month. And Carice is kind of an urban legend. She came to me as a lead from Beachbody and now is a coach. So it's really cool that that they give you people that just buy off the website, they give to their coaches, and you can generate income that way too. All right, Laura, you're up.
There we go. Hello. I'll talk quickly about my coaching story. I started with Beachbody about 3 months after I had my first son. I just wasn't losing the baby weight. I had been pretty healthy and I felt like fit my whole life. I was a zookeeper, so I was always active all day long. But just after having a baby and being a new mom, I was exhausted all the time. Baby weight not coming off. I felt like an alien in my own body. So I looked for something that was easy and didn't take a lot of time out of my day because I was a busy working mom. So I had a friend who that I worked with. She had these tiny little containers and I had no idea what they were. And I was like, what are you eating out of that tiny little orange container? And she's like, well, it's this 21-day plan. Like you can lose a great amount of weight and it's not some crazy fad diet where you have to restrict yourself. Like I was still drinking a glass of wine on Fridays. Like I was a new mom. I needed my wine. So anything that gave me that, I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. So I did that. I did a couple rounds. I did PiYo. I did hammer and chisel. And after about 8 months, I decided, let me put up a before and after. Like, I feel really good. Like, I love the results I got. I'm going to just throw it out there and thank the people and programs that helped me do it. And I got a crazy response. Like every year it'll come up in my memories and I still can't believe how many people commented and liked it. So with that kind of response, I decided to sign up as a coach because people were asking me how did you do that? Like, how did you do this? Are you going to a gym? Like, what are you doing? So I was like, oh, I can kind of help people and inspire people, but also make a little, money for diapers and get my Shakeology paid for. Like that was my original goal, was just to get my Shakeology paid for every month. And it just kind of grew from there. I'm talking about one of the favorite parts of this job is the community you get out of it. So I signed up as a coach for the discount, and then a few years later we relocated and I left my zookeeping job, and I felt so lost. I had zero friends. Like, we're not from here. I don't have any family nearby. My parents live about an hour and a half away. But really, like, friends, the job I work at currently, I work alone. I work with animals, so I take care of all the animals. I don't really interact with a lot of people every day. And I just felt alone. And probably all of you know, as an adult, it's kind of hard to make friends just in like day to day. Like, you don't meet them at school. You're not rooming with someone anymore. Like, it was really hard to make friends. And I decided after the birth of my second son, I was going to lean back in. I did 21 Day Fix again. And I just started interacting with our team page. And from there, I've met a few people. They invited me into like a group chat. And from there, it was just like, whoa. And, we do video calls like this every week. Just, I don't know, like we talk all the time. Like every single day we talk. There hasn't been a day. And if I don't answer a message within a day or two, people are like, are you okay? Like, I don't have other people in my life doing that. I mean, my husband and my kids, but like, I don't have other friends that check in on me every day. So, and just feeling like myself again and feeling like I can make a difference. And just like we honestly live not in a very populated place. And just like the perks that have come out of this business, like being able to go to Summit in Indy, and we road tripped for 8 hours together and built some funny memories, like Melissa's giant banana and buying wine in a gas station, and just trying to stalk Joel. Just those memories and getting to do those fun things. I never would have been able to do that otherwise. I would have been here doing my everyday things, which I love, but everyone likes a little time away. I got to go on a team retreat to Florida this year, a trip to Punta Cana coming up. So just those little perks are awesome. But honestly, the friendships and the community are just my favorite part of this job. So I'm just grateful every day for all of you and this Beachbody community.
Oh, I love it. I wish we could go back right now. Okay. So I kind of talked a little bit of, well, not really. I'm going to talk about what we do every day. And this is obviously going to be different the further you go into your business. But in the beginning, it's very simple in that your job is to take care of yourself. That's it. So if you start as a coach, and a lot of people say, well, how can I start as a coach if I haven't had a transformation yet, or I'm brand new into this journey? And it is so powerful to share your journey from day zero or day one. That's how I started. And, for people to kind of follow how you progress, not just physically, but mentally, and the shifts that you have, I think is really powerful. So it doesn't have to be, feeling really confident to do one of these videos or to go live on your Facebook page immediately, but it's something you grow into. So, when you start as a coach, as I said, you pick a program. So let's say you're going to do 21 Day Fix. You get up or you do your half an hour workout in the morning, wherever works for you. You drink your shake. You listen to personal development or read personal development. That's a huge piece of coaching. And that is going to help you not just with your business, but it's going to help you with everything in your personal life. I can't even express how much personal development has helped me navigate my marriage. As a mom, like just learning how to have more patience and be present with my kids in a way that I wasn't before. And so it's really just taking care of yourself and then showing your journey on social media. So you're showing them what you're doing every day, your workouts, your shakes, who you are as a person, and inviting people to join you. You know, hey, like a couple people have said like that people notice a difference in them. So people are going to say to you, I noticed this difference in you, your energy, I've noticed you lost weight. What are you doing? And you say to these people, hey, do you want to join me? So that's really it. It's really taking care of yourself and inviting other people to join you. And then as you grow, you know, you maybe add in a couple other things here and there, but it's very simple and straightforward at first, taking care of yourself. And that's a huge component of coaching too, which I think really translates well to like being a mom and learning that you can't take care of other people until you've cared for yourself. So, and I know before I started this journey, I was one of those moms who it was always the opposite. It was always everybody else first. And I was always frustrated and angry and frustrated some more. So now I know that I have to give to myself in order to give to everybody else. And I think that's it. Cheryl didn't pop back in, so she's not going to be in here, but anybody else have anything they want to share? No? All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and I hope you learned something. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to whoever invited you here, and hope to see you on our team soon. I'm going to stop the recording.